Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about an article written by Kevin Patra over at NFL.com from a couple of days ago, talking about the best NFL team fits for some of the remaining free agents around the league. And there's one free agent that was paired up with the Bucs on this list, so I thought it was a good idea to dive into it and see if I agree with Kevin Patra here. There has been times where I haven't agreed with his articles, there have been times where I have agreed, so let's take a look at this one here. Now, it's not Justin Simmons, it's not Stephon Gilmore, it's not even Connor Williams, it's not even Yannick Ngakoue. You've got to go down a little bit more to right here with Carl Lawson and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, this talks about how Randy Gregory has not shown up for training camp to start off the process here. In my opinion, I don't believe Randy Gregory will be playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this upcoming season. It talks about how Yaya Diaby showed some good play last year with 7.5 sacks, but the overall depth chart for the Bucs is a little bit unproven right now, and I've talked about that a lot here on the channel. Enter the possibility of a guy like Carl Lawson, who's coming in just a little bit over 29 years old at this point. Could he be a veteran option for the Bucs? That was the entire reason they signed Randy Gregory in the first place, was to have a veteran option in this pass rush room. That again, taking Yaya Diaby aside for a moment and looking at the other names there, you have Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, you have second-round rookie Chris Braswell, you've got, essentially veteran rotational guy in Anthony Nelson, and then you've got a few other guys in that mix as well. Again, though, your top five guys being Yaya Diaby, whenever he is fully healthy from his ankle injury. We've talked about that in some separate videos. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, Anthony Nelson, Chris Braswell, and then it was supposed to be Randy Gregory, but now it's not. So could Lawson be that fifth guy? Well, let's take a look at his overall stats and what he has done in the past. And really, Lawson's been a rotational guy throughout most of his career. He started off his first few years in Cincinnati, starting only 3 games. He would have 14.5 sacks in those 3 years. He would then go on to have a, pretty decent year in terms of 2020, starting 11 games. The most he had ever started in his career, had 5.5 sacks. He would then go on to join the New York Jets in 2022, played every single game that year, had 17 starts, had 7 sacks in 17 starts, also had a forced fumble and a fumble recovery in there as well. Far and away, maybe not far and away, because the most sacks he ever had in his career was actually his rookie year in 2017, but most starts he had ever had in his career. But then in 2023, he had suffered a pretty significant injury and was not able to play most of that season as well. And it's also important to note here that in 2021, he had suffered a pretty bad Achilles injury that wiped him out for the entirety of that 2021 season when he was with the Jets as well. So, I don't believe a guy like Carl Lawson will cost a lot. I don't believe he's a guy that, has shown, or, proof is there. He hasn't gotten double-digit sacks in his career. But could you rely on him as a possible fringe starting type of guy? I think it's a legitimate possibility. He did have a visit with the Dallas Cowboys, but I believe the Cowboys have gone in a different direction, signing a couple of defensive ends besides Carl Lawson. So he's still out there in that market, and I would be curious to see if there is some type of connection there. Again, this would be a very similar signing to a Randy Gregory signing, where you're not blown away. You're not expecting this guy to go out there and get 10, 15, 20 sacks, whatever it may be, right? But if he's a guy that can go out there, be a third rotational piece for you, let's just say you do start Yaya Diaby and Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. Can Carl Lawson be that third pass rusher, a guy that can maybe get you 5.5 sacks in a season like he did in 2020 and 5 sacks in 2019, with potential upside to get a bit more like he did in 2022 and in 2017? Yeah, I still think at the age of 29, he's still got some juice left in the tank. He is a guy that has had his fair share of injuries, which is not a great thing to see. But I will say this, I don't think you need Lawson to go out there and start 17 games, or you shouldn't expect that, right? At this point, with training camp going on, middle of training camp, getting ready for the regular season or preseason, whatever it may be, I think you're looking for more veteran rotational guys at this point, and I think that Lawson could have some type of role with the Bucs in that type of piece for a defense. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now and go Bucs.